Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Heroes of the Storm video. We have something special today. Want to buy gold? Another streamer here on YouTube, a recorder of many a video, has issued a challenge.
Are you asking for a challenge?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am.
Now, this challenge is to use the Groupies Build for ETC. Now, in my last video for ETC, I talked about this a little bit. I actually picked it up, and I wasn't overly impressed with it because the amount of healing that it did just wasn't all that good. However, there is a talent at level 1 that increases the amount of healing you can do with ETC. And I did not take that build. I did not take that talent in that video. And so today, we are going to meet this challenge that Want to Buy Gold has issued to us. He asked us to just make it kind of silly, not make it all that that intense, so we're going to follow that today. So let's jump into the game and see how this goes for us. I could not have timed that more perfectly if I tried. We are here on the Dragonshire, so today we will be using this special build on the Dragonshire. One of my favorite maps, actually. Now, Prog Rock is the name of this talent, and when you gather regeneration globes, it increases the amount of healing that your E ability does by 3. And it's important to note that this actually transfers to the Groupies talent. So the problem I had before with Groupies was that it was not... It just didn't do enough healing to really justify it, right? So, as ETC, your goal is to disrupt and to, kind of get into the middle of the enemy team and hopefully land a mosh pit that just completely nullifies the team so your damage dealers can come in and kill everybody. So the idea with this build, though, is to actually make ETC kind of an off healer, so to speak. Now, we do have some action happening in the middle here, so I'm going to go up, and wouldn't you know it, we're up against another ETC. It's ETC versus ETC. This should be fun, right? See what he's doing. Wouldn't it just be our luck that we go against another guy that's using Prog Rock, and he's probably going to outdo us in the healing. So we do gather our first regen globe, and that's going to increase the healing that our E ability does by 3. The other ETC is kind of playing it safe, and so we decide to punish him. The thing is that with ETC at level 1, it doesn't really matter what your abilities are. Whoever attacks first has the distinct advantage, because talents don't make a difference because you don't really have any talents. So I'm just kind of chunking away at him, punishing him for being here and not really, gathering anything. And so he is kind of catching up to me on health, but at the same time, I did get him down to half, and I'm forcing him out right when these shrines spawn, and he had to go and use the healing fountain just to come back. And again, because we're ahead on HP, we're just kind of able to bully him out. Now, Vala is coming down, and so is Lai Ming, and that's a really tricky situation for us, but a great shield by Medivh keeps us alive, and we're able to go and grab the healing fountain. Now, it's not likely we'll be able to take this while it's just the two of us, but we can at least die. Poor Medivh was so out of position there, and against Vala and Lai Ming, there's just not a lot to do. Now, they did abandon this point, so we're going to just stand on the point and at least negate it if we can't capture it. And Vala was attacking us over the wall. It's actually a pretty good play on her part. Can we get this regen globe? No! We missed it! Oh, already we have failed. No, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Now, Abathur is jumping on that Vala, and tower turrets do manage to take us out. So we're off to a rough start in this game. Not the greatest gameplay on my part. But it doesn't matter because we were able to secure that Dragon Knight. One of our teammates had the presence of mind to just go for it while we were dying in the bottom lane. And on this map, the Dragon Knight gets a lot of work done. We're going to take double neck guitar. Essentially, I'm building pretty much the same except for the challenge, which is to take Prog Rock and then to take Groupies. So double neck guitar gives us a wider, what do you call that? because there's a wider range on our Q ability, so we're able to hit more people. I still believe that ETC's greatest contribution to a team is to disrupt them and to stun them, and so that's kind of what I'm going to be doing in terms of gameplay, but I'm also going to be, you know, bringing it together with Groupies just to see how it goes. Now, Lai Ming is trying to make us go away. That's not going to work very well for her because we are so tanky, and she hasn't gotten a lot of her abilities yet. So we're back against this ETC, but he has the Abathur hat on. He also has a Lai Ming to back him up, but a great headshot by that Nova forces Lai Ming out. It's an excellent snipe on her part. So we are starting to use that heal, and you can see it's actually already beefed up quite a bit. Now, they are focusing me pretty hard, so I'm not really able to showcase the healing of this that much, but you can see it's healing us for a pretty decent chunk. I was surprised at how effective this build was, and Lai Ming overextends, and our Nova and our Medivh do a great job of taking her out. Good job. So we go back to the healing fountain, and at this point I'm really wanting to get more regen globes because I'm seeing just how effective this Prog Rock ability is, and I really want to take more globes, but of course we are getting focused again. There's at least 3 people in the bottom lane, if not more. There could be more on the way. I don't see anyone else on the map at this point, actually. They are just kind of gunning for me. It's an interesting choice on their part, right? And I don't know if this is just kind of, you know, aggro and hate because I was taking that ETC down a peg at the beginning, or if they just, for whatever reason, decided to focus bottom lane, but that's what they do. Lai Ming is kind of dancing a little bit with Nova, but doesn't seem like anything's really going to happen there. She does reveal her from stealth, but I think that because both of them are at full health, they're just going to kind of disengage. I am using my E ability pretty liberally so that I can stay in the lane. My goal here is to never have to leave because the E ability is fairly cheap on mana, and if I'm picking up regen globes, then I actually get to take some of that mana back. Now, can we land on this Lai Ming? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We get another kill on Lai Ming, but there's the remainder of the enemy team coming down and focusing us once again, and I don't know if Nova's going to get out of this. Just barely. In fact, we both just barely get out alive, and I have a 15-second cooldown on this healing fountain, so I decided let's just Hearthstone back and heal up fully. The enemy team is just really focusing me pretty hard. They're very coordinated. I'm not sure if this was a pre-made group or if they were just, you know, that good at meshing together. I'm sure everyone's had this experience at least once in Heroes of the Storm where you get on a team and everyone just kind of clicks together, you know, kind of an instant group thing going on, and everyone just does well, you know, with teamwork together just for whatever reason. So we are standing on this point because I don't want to lose it. I want to give our teammates time to grab the dragon, which sounds mildly inappropriate, but we do have to leave because 4 of the team is there if you include Abathur, which I do. Abathur is actually a pretty strong character in this game. Now, I do go for that regen globe. I gotta get them regen globes, right? And that might have been a mistake in this instance because I'm not able to make any progress, and once again, I'm forced off of this point. Now, we are continuously using the E, and that's frankly the only reason we're even here right now, because that Vala is just completely on top of auto-attacking me. Now, we did hit 10, and we're still going to take Mosh Pit, because I think Mosh Pit is one of the best ultimates in the game, particularly for a tank. Once again, they're focusing us pretty hard, and so we are trying to get out. We're getting body blocked a little bit by our Nova. Can we make something happen? No, we can't. No, we can't. The right play there was to leave, but that's okay because this is kind of a silly build just to see how this this talent goes, right? This special build that we're doing. Groupies is the level 13 talent, so we still have a little ways to go before we've got it. Yeah, they did kind of wombo combo us there. And oh man, a great dunk by that Azmodan just completely finishes her off. That's pretty impressive, I gotta say. Azmodan is a character that I just don't use his Q build. Some people call it the Spirit Bomb, some people call it the Dunk build, but one of his builds lets you power up that Globe of Annihilation he has based on how many enemy minions you kill. I just don't do it, and no! Oh my god. Oh, that is horrible. Not only did he disrupt the mosh pit, but he punted me into the enemy team, and no! No, run away! Oh, jeez. Oh, what a punt. This is one of the reasons I love the Dragonshire map, because the plays you can get with the Dragonite are sometimes hilarious, just like that. You know, I'm not even mad. I wasn't mad in this game. I really wasn't. I just thought it was hilarious that happened. It's, you know, one of my favorite parts of this map. So we got a major engagement here in the middle. The Dragonite is low, but he is trying to get something done. I don't know what's going to happen first, if he's going to drop or if we're going to lose our fort first. But sure enough, Just Turtle, I almost called him Tito for some reason. Just Turtle decides to back off and disengage. Now, I did take the ability that lets us heal on auto attacks while our E is active, just to further increase our healing, because, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound. At this point, we're not really getting the original build that we wanted to use anymore. So at this point, I'm like, you know what, let's just soak, because we are behind in experience, and we really need to catch up. I decided to go top just so I can focus a little bit more on soaking and getting regen globes, because I suspect that in team fights, healing is going to be a really big deal. And so we're trying to soak a little bit, but the enemy team is still pushing very hard mid and bottom, and they take out our Tychus. So now we have a choice. We can either leave this lane, or we can continue to soak. Now, the enemy team is doing what they're used to doing, which is going bottom and just completely pushing everyone back. And so Asmodan's saying, hey, pull back, guys, and I'm saying, yeah, that's pretty dangerous. My hope is that they're able to just stop them once they get to the fort. It's hard to tell. Asmodan does die, so at this point, you know, we've got this wave pushed up. Probably smart for us to go down as well. So I'm just gonna finish up this, and apparently I'm just gonna stay. I thought I had remembered going back down. But we do manage to take out that Liming, so, you know, we are probably fine. Now, at this point, my spider senses are tingling. I don't see anyone on the map, and sure enough, there's that stage dive, and, you know, we left right when we needed to. Could not have left a moment sooner. Vala, of course, is right there, so if we had gotten hit by that stage dive, that would have been an instant death for us. So, little spin to win there. So we've seen at least 3 members of the enemy team up there. Again, 4 if you count Abathur, which I do. And so our Tychus is following us, and so now we're going to try and push and take this top shrine. We do manage to chunk down this Tracer, but Tychus is getting flanked by that ETC, so we're going in, we're trying to peel for him, and we die, and Tychus did not leave in time. And I was letting him know that, hey, that was so you could leave, man. The Tychus is not playing optimally this game. Tychus is a really tough character to play. He just takes a lot of practice, and he takes a lot of knowledge of Tychus's limitations. Frankly, I'm not sure he's very powerful in the meta right now. I think that you need to really just play someone else, quite frankly. I might do a video on him here in a little bit, just to see if we can make something fun happen with him. So we are revived, and at this point I see them pushing bottom lane, so I'm going to go there and just try to disrupt them. So I let the team know, hey, I've got groupies. Let's go ahead and make something happen here. Miss another regen globe. Just the regen globes are just wanting to break my heart this game, apparently. So we are focusing on this Dragonite, trying to take him out before he does too much damage, but of course we get punted. The tanks usually get punted by the Dragonite, but our team is doing a great job of really just forcing him back. He's already down to 25% HP. Pretty darn good, I gotta say. Now, I am walking into the middle of my group here and trying to get groupies off, but it's hard to do that when you're also trying to be the front line for your team. A triple tap coming off from Nova. Will she secure a kill? Yes, she will. She gets the Tracer kill, and we've completely forced the enemy team back. A great Q by Tychus also takes out the lineman. So now we've got some momentum. We should definitely push up as much as we can, because we have 30 seconds of pretty much uncontested damage right now. We're taking our level 16 talent, and another great dunk by that Asmodan. You can see just how much damage he's doing. I'm going in to disrupt that Abathur copy. I was not going to use too many of my abilities on that, but I did want to take it out because the Abathur copy can be quite disruptive. We managed to take out the towers. There's only 10 seconds left on the revive. It's probably best for us just to leave. Instead, we're going to go and take the bruiser camps because bruiser camps do a lot of damage to structures. Now, as I was saying earlier about Asmodan, his Q build, you can actually power it up pretty strong by killing enemy minions. The problem is it's a snowball build, and so if you are not getting minion kills like all the time, you actually can fall behind and his damage just really falls off. And I've just never been able to get the hang of that, so I usually go for his laser build instead when I do play him. Now, we do get a stage dive on this Lai Ming, but unfortunately she blinks away. That was actually great timing on her part. We do see them taking the bruiser camps, but there's really nothing we can do because the fullness of our enemy team is not here. Once again, they are focusing bottom lane. They are wanting this fort so bad. They've been trying to get it all game, and they just haven't been able to get it. We are keeping our team somewhat alive with our E ability. Not a ton, but, you know, we have gotten some value out of the Groupies ability, and you can see, you know, it's healing us pretty strong there, especially when you compare it to the to what it was originally, and you group it together with the auto attack healing as well. Now, the enemy team has actually split a little bit, and Asmodan's saying, hey, let's take advantage of this. Let's beat them at their own game, and everyone go bottom. Not a bad idea. So, we are gathering more regen globes, we are pushing this lane, and we are grouping up. It looks like everyone's here now, and this is actually a great time for us to go and get that siege camp, but we catch the ETC out of position, and we're focusing damage on him. Are we going to be able to finish him off? Yes! Another great triple tap by Nova. Tracer does come down. She's trying to take Nova out, but of course the stealth drops just as Tracer blinks in, and now Tracer is somewhat out of position, having to use all of her blink charges to get away. We tried to make something happen there, but just realized, it's not going to happen. It's Tracer. Vala is pretty deep top, and we might be able to make something happen. It's Vala and Lai Ming, so that's kind of iffy. A great dunk by Asmodan gets some damage on her, and sure enough, they finish her off. We are just really coming together as a team in this instance, and it's really not me at all. I have to say I'm very proud of this team. They just all kind of stepped up and made this happen. Now, Nova is going for the Dragon Knight middle. Will she actually be able to get it? Yes, she will. Once again, just very on top of that Dragon Knight. As soon as we got that shrine, she captured it. So now we're going to focus mid because Vala is down. That's a huge source of damage on her team. And as often as we can, we're trying to get Groupies off so that we can heal our team up a little bit. The problem I'm finding with Groupies is that everyone just walks away. And so, you know, it's really, really difficult to actually heal your teammates. And there was another game I played before this that just wasn't a very fun game to watch, and I kept telling them, "Hey, walk towards me," and they didn't understand what Groupies was. Yeah, that is a lot of damage, especially when you walk under towers. Sandor Custom, come on, man. Our Dragon Knight is forced to retreat, but we do manage to take down the front gate of mid. Now, we probably aren't going to be able to get much more value out of this Dragon Knight because we are getting focused. Now, the hope is that we get out of here alive. Right? The worst thing that can happen is you get some good damage on gates and then your team dies like that. Yeah, Tychus. Come on, man. Don't overextend like that. Now, our Nova did manage to get away because of her stealth, and she gets off another triple tap on Tracer. Is it going to finish her off? Yeah. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And now that she's got level 20, if she takes the talent, she can actually make it so that she can cast that thing pretty much infinitely as long as she's finishing people off. It's a very powerful talent. I should probably showcase Nova at some point. She's actually one of my most played characters, one of my highest win rate characters. So I'd like to do some videos on her. So we're level 20. It's very even right now. About even in structures, about even in levels. It's very close. The enemy team does capture some siege minions, and I'm telling the guys it's not worth it. Don't die for it. Again, spawn timers are so ridiculously long at this point that if you die, it's very likely that the enemy team will make something big happen. Now this fort's almost down. We're probably not going to be able to save it, but a great Spirit Bomb by that Asmodan does manage to keep that wave back, but of course the Abathur copy is going to be able to take it out pretty easily. We might as well finish it off since we're here. Get some free experience. Medivh is doing a great job of scouting and does manage to get a kill. ETC jumps right in the middle of us and dies because his stage dive was just very poorly timed. We are, again, using Groupies. You can see just how much damage it's doing at this point. You got to remember, ETC has like 5,000 experience at level 20, and so for him to heal that much on his healing bar signifies a tremendous amount of healing, especially when we haven't really been focusing on regen globes this game. Frankly, there just hasn't been time to because of all the ganks. There really wasn't much of a laning phase at all in this game. It's probably the first time I've seen that happen in a long time, where it's just been team fights from the get-go. Now, we are chasing down this Tracer, hoping that Azmodan can make something happen there. We do manage to land some stuns on her, and she decides to go the opposite direction. Now, we're swinging around because we fully expect that she will be getting that way, and sure enough, she does. We decided to capture this shrine because Tracer is Tracer, and if she wants to get away, she probably will. And Abathur doing a pretty great job of using that copy. Someone manages to clean up that kill, though. Again, great job, guys. The Abathur copy taking out the Tychus, just very much getting focused this game. And again, part of Tychus's issue is that he doesn't have a lot of escapes, and he doesn't have a lot of burst damage to kind of scare people off. He's very much a sustained damage dealer. Now, we are about to capture both of the shrines, so I'm going to go mid and try and capture this Dragon Knight, because then we should be able to finish the game off. But someone goes top and takes that shrine. Now, we do manage to kind of get the drop on this Lai Ming, but not enough to really make something happen here. Great follow-up by Nova, and that triple tap is going to finish her off. Stage dive coming out from ETC, trying to get the jump on our Nova. Manages to do so, but I get a mosh pit off, and finally manage to not save anyone. Oh, man. You'll notice I haven't been using Mosh Pit a lot in this game, and that's because there's never really a great time for me to use it. Whenever I use Stage Dive, it really just kind of makes me a target, and the enemy team, just the way their abilities work, they're never grouped together. It may have been better for me to take Stage Dive just to have a little more map presence in this game, but quite frankly, I just don't like Stage Dive, so, you know, we'll chalk that up to a playstyle difference. Now, we do capture both the shrines again. Hopefully we can go and get the Dragon Knight, but the enemy team is very much aware that we want it badly, and they are all converging bottom. Tracer trying to get a kill on that Medivh. Wrong choice. Wrong choice. You should be defending the Dragon Knight. At level 22, this Dragon Knight is going to have a tremendous amount of armor, a tremendous amount of HP, and we are going to be able to get some serious work done with this Dragon Knight. Now, Lai Ming is coming around to try and defend us. We punt her away, no big deal. We are laying down some fire so that anyone that stands in it takes some damage, and we are focusing this keep. If we can take this keep out, we can get minions that are powered up, siege minions, in the middle lane, and that gives us an amazing advantage for the rest of the game. We do manage to get it just before death, and now it's time to get the heck out. Now, I am trying to peel a little bit for Nova while she drops into stealth, and sure enough, managed to do that. A great stage dive by that ETC does manage to catch her unaware, but Azmodan coming in to follow up, and Nova... might she get away? No, she's not going to be able to, despite us trying to use Groupies to the fullest. Now, we are, again, using our healing, but because it's a heal over time, it just doesn't manage to do anything. Now, the great thing here is that Azmodan was using his Spirit Bomb, and he managed to finish off Tracer. Just excellent placement on his part for those. And if he hadn't done that, this may have been the end of the game for us because, again, the spawn timers are so long. Now, we are in an advantage in terms of map presence right now because we have siege minions pushing mid, but the enemy team is not going to make this easy for us. They are going to be trying very, very hard to get other mercenaries and trying to get some kills. Medivh, once again, doing a great job with that shield. And I've been impressed, I have to say. Great dunk! Yeah, great dunk by that Azmodan. Everybody get up, it's time to slam jam. So the thing that has really impressed me with Medivh is that when he was first released, I was not at all impressed with his kit, but I have seen players just really step up and make some great things happen with him, particularly with that shield. Great Medivh players know when all the burst damage is coming in, and they shield players, and a lot of times that helps people to get away scot-free. You can see at this point that our Groupies is healing that Nova for a pretty darn good amount of damage. You know, and again, we just haven't had the opportunity to gather regen globes very much this game, so, you know, I really am impressed with this combo, the Prog Rock Groupies combo. I think that in an organized setting, it could do very well. And I think, frankly, in any other situation, we probably would be getting more value out of the Groupies. Now, once again, triple tap coming out from Nova, and she did take that talent that lets her reset it when she gets a kill. We managed to take the top shrine, and if we can take the bottom shrine as well, we can get the dragon that will probably finish the game. This is a pretty critical moment in the game for us and for the enemy team. Now, ETC is bottom, and he's trying to peel. Liming following up. This could be a team fight happening here. We miss our Q because ETC knows what to look for. Our healing, though, just really allows us to solo him very effectively, and we force him off, and we do manage to take this bottom shrine, but the enemy team is on top of it, and they take the other shrine as well. Another triple tap coming off from Nova, and manages to take out the Liming. That is 3 people down for the enemy team. And I say, hey, let's take some bruisers. Why not? This is going to allow us to apply some pressure to the bottom lane so that we can focus on the map objective. And you can see just how much healing we're doing. I tried to move towards that Medivh to heal him, but I think he got scared because he saw the minions moving. And so he walked away. So it makes me sad. We weren't really able to get the Groupies going, but you know, a little bit of healing there for that Tychus, and that's something. So now we're going to go towards the Dragon Shrine. Nova doing a great job, realizes what we're trying to do, and she takes the top shrine so that we have a clear path to this dragon. The enemy team is either dead or dealing with defending. They are not going to be able to stop us. And so now we make our victory march. It's still going to be tough because of how high the levels are. Again, if we make a mistake here, this is it. The respawn timers are 60 seconds, and there is not a lot standing between our core and the enemy team. So we're just going to right-click this core as best we can, and sure enough, there's the enemy team trying to come in, make something happen, and we just keep right-clicking on this. I actually get a little nervous that maybe this is the wrong thing to do because, our team is getting pushed back so far, but Azmodan doing a great job finishing off the enemy team. Tychus really stepping up and doing it, and this is going to be GG. Wow. Very, very close match. I'm very happy that this was the match that I got when I tried to do this challenge, because, you know, it's a lot more exciting when it's not a steamroll and you have a close match like this game. So final thoughts on the Prog Rock Groupies combo. I like it, actually. In fact, this challenge has kind of won me over to this build. I don't think I'll be using it every game, but in situations like this where we don't have a healer, in situations where, you know, we are going to be moving together in kind of a death ball, you know, style kind of a form, I think it could actually work quite well. Here's the build. It's Prog Rock. And then we took the double neck guitar so that we could stun it a little better. We took Guitar Hero so that we could heal off of our basic attacks. Mosh Pit, which we really did not get much value out of at all. Groupies, which heals nearby enemy heroes. And then at level 16, we took Speed Metal, which gives us movement speed for 2 seconds. Death Metal, upon dying, a ghost uses Mosh Pit at your location, because we were getting focused so much in that game. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Sandrock Custom. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and also check out Want to Buy Gold. He's got some great guides over on his channel, and he's also got kind of these silly builds on there as well, you know, because this is a game, and we got to keep it light, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you all have a great day.